In today's video, we're going to talk about the Flash movie starring Ezra Miller. He is playing Barry Allen, multiple versions of Barry Allen, and also the Flash. So, last night, Warner Brothers screened this movie all over the world. Now, I feel sorry for the people that paid a lot of money to go to CinemaCon to watch this movie because other people got to see it as well. So the reactions are all over the internet. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube boys? You here if you are new around and make sure to subscribe to never miss any Marvel, DC, Kaiju, pop culture-based content that we try to deliver on a daily basis. If you could, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know, are you hyped for the Flash movie? Also check us out on Twitter at WashTuG, and also check us out on Instagram at WashTu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. So, it looks like the Flash movie is actually coming out in June. Now, the Flash movie wrapped principal photography in 2021. The reshoots were done by 2022. Now, in the year of 2023, they screened the movie worldwide without the VFX done correctly. Hang on. So, this movie finished shooting in 2021. Reshoots were done last year. And they still haven't done the VFX. Cool, I get it. They're trying not to rush the movie, but 2 months away till June-ish, and the movie's still not completed 100%. What is freaking going on? It's worth saying the post-credit scenes were not screened last night. So, let's break it down. It's also worth saying that I actually, in my head, predicted what everyone would say about this movie before these reactions come out, and they are all basically the same. Yeah, they're all the same. So it's worth saying this is a social media embargo being lifted. Not an actual review embargo, because that's when people say what they really think. At the moment, you're just getting people who's trying to get their headlines on trailers, billboards, posters, and all this kind of stuff. So let's break it down, although pretty much everyone, except for a few of the independent, real kind of critics of actually saying stuff. You sound so negative. No, I'm not being negative, but you'll get the message. So, tremendous, chef kiss, excellent, believe the hype, a perfect blend of action, heart, humor, damn the Flash is good, nostalgia, hilarious, massively entertaining, incredibly fantastic, one of the best DC movies ever, hands down one of the best superhero films of all time. Okay, so you're getting a vibe that literally everyone's saying the same thing. So David Zaslav came out at CinemaCon and said, the Flash movie is the greatest comic book superhero movie ever. I'm sorry, but nothing will ever beat Logan. Sorry, it's just not going to happen. So, let's go through what the reactions are saying. So I'm reading this from the direct.com, who have acclimated a bunch of different reactions to try and give you a fair assessment of what people actually think, if that's even possible. So, Eric Davis from fandango.com called the movie tremendous, whilst praising it as being amongst the best superhero films ever made, leaving the movie in tears. DC's The Flash is tremendous. Forget DC. It is without a doubt amongst the best superhero films ever made. An all-time storytelling, fantastic action sequences, great cast, so many nerdy details. I'm in tears at the end. Everything you want from a superhero film and more. Okay, lad, you've just sold this movie to people. That's not really what a reaction is supposed to be. It's your views. It's not like, let's try and sell the movie to people. So, comicbook.com, Brandon Davis had high praise for the movie. He had this to say: damn, The Flash is good. It's super, inventive, both visually and in a concept. The dynamic of the two Barry Allens is crazy. Well done. Emotions hit me intensely hard. Solid. Surprises. It's got me wanting to watch it again and really eager to see how they follow it. Well done. Okay, these reactions are very weird if you ask me. So, Variety owns Scott. The Flash is awesome. One of the very best DC movies. A perfect blend of action, heart, humor. So many wow, chilling-induced moments that a long-time DC fan will love. Ezra Miller is superb. Twice, actually. Well, it was actually his stunt double, but okay. Michael Keaton still got it. Collider's own Frosty Steve. The Flash film is fantastic. I know Ezra Miller has made a lot of mistakes, but they are so good in this movie. Loved Keaton, the action, the humor, and emotion. Andy Morshey has crafted something special. Thumbs up. Warner Bros. Didn't show the after credit scenes. The Rap's own Umberto. This is going to be such a hype comment. Believe the hype, Christopher Nolan movies aside. The Flash is the greatest DC movie of the last 30 years that belongs in the same conversation as Superman 78, Batman 89. The movie breaks incredible new ground in superhero cinema and honors DC lore for years past. Why is there nothing critical yet? There's been no critical comments yet. These comments so far are almost like they're trying to sell the movie on behalf of the studio. Give me a real reaction, please. Someone say something that isn't something you could have said without even watching the movie. All these comments so far, you could have made this judgment based on the Japanese trailer. So, Screen Rant's own Rob Keys just watched The Flash at CinemaCon. It has some stuff in it you would not believe, and it showcases much more of Barry Allen's powers. It is indeed one of the best DC films. Fits nicely as a bridge story between the old and the new DCEU franchises. It's also the funniest DC movie. Okay, so far, no real reaction. Slash Films Jenny. The Flash is pretty great. It makes sense to me now why DC didn't shelve this one. Michael Keaton is Chef Kiss. I didn't realize how much I needed Keaton Batman in my life again. Although it's supposed to be the Flashpoint Paradox, which realistically shouldn't be anything to do with Batman outside of Thomas Wayne. Some real emotional moments here. Sasha Calle, Supergirl, is awesome. I want to see more of her. Okay, right, let's go on to some more and see if anyone actually says what they actually think. Okay, Next Picture Films, Daniel. The Flash is massively entertainment, extraordinarily funny, but still has solid emotional stakes. Well, the whole movie is based around the death of Nora Allen and Barry Allen having to accept the fact that he has to allow Eobard Thawne to kill his mother again. Of course, it's got to be emotional. It's almost like these people don't know the source material. It's one of the better multiverse movies out there. That's not really saying much. Tons of fun surprises, not if you've read all the leaks, I guess. A general superb superhero movie, one of the best in a long time. That's a bold statement and a very, very satisfying. Okay, Jeff Snyder. I'm expecting him to actually be critical because he seems to be one of the few people that actually are going to say what they think. The Flash first hour is pretty fantastic. Strikes the perfect tone. Ezra is great. Heroic, funny, and emotional. The last hour is mostly terrible. Okay. We actually have a critic that's actually given constructive feedback. Okay, the last hour is mostly terrible, just an utter mess that leaves you asking what the hell is going on. Fan service and DC villain problems strike again, mixed bag overall. And I know what a lot of people are going to say. But why is fan service bad? Because the Flashpoint Paradox story is so great, you don't really need fan service. So in all these reactions, there was one that actually questioned it. Discussing the film, The Flash manages to deliver glorious highs and thrills, and Muschietti captures what many of us have always dreamed for, a cinematic Flash story. But there's also plenty of just bizarre, okay, cool, we got another one that actually questions it. Plenty of just bizarre moments, some story related and other technical. Not amazing, but still pretty good at times. Okay, that's another reaction that actually questions the movie. Collider's Perry. See what she have to say. How the narrative challenges Barry to confront who he is and who he wants to become. Basically, the Flashpoint Paradox, although from what we understand from all the trailers and all the leaks, careful with words out when ruin your life. If they don't include the Reverse Flash, you're missing the biggest part of the overall movie. Okay, let's go to the Twitter sphere, which is probably going to be more positive because people can't really give honest reactions nowadays. To the point where Jeff Snyder, I don't really know who this person is, but he called it out. Just scanned initial reactions. Embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for my profession. Not even a whiff of criticism. A bunch of easy lays. I tell you, there are only a handful of critical voices you can trust these days. It's sad, and yes, I know this tweet is going to get me killed. I really understand what he means, because if you're going to say the movie's great, and then your actual review comes out and you say it's great, but the reactions under the reviews never match each other, I know what people are going to say. Yeah, well, Stu, you're just being negative. I'm not. I'm just saying to come out and say it's the greatest comic book movie ever. Why would you need a studio? Why would you need David Zaslav, the head of Warner Bros. Discovery, to come out and say, yeah, it's the greatest thing ever? Andy Muschietti to come out and say, yeah, Ezra Miller is the greatest actor I've ever worked with. What are you on about? Like, seriously, why would you even need to say that? The problem I have is when every reaction is the same, that's not how society and humans work. Humans don't think the same. Society generally does not have the same opinion on a lot of other things, or else everything would be boring. Everyone said it's the greatest movie ever. So Nicole Austin, The Flash is compelling, character-driven flick with real emotional core, game-changing stakes. We all know the story. It's not really game-changing. With a heart and humor, plenty. Along with some shock surprise. There's not going to be no surprises. There's so much to be excited for. Keaton steals the show with a terrific performance. It's not a Michael Keaton movie, but might as well be. A real love letter to DC fans. Although you guys are going to say in the comment section I'm hating, I'm not. I'm just critical of people's review reactions because they don't come across transparent to me. The DC TV show, The Flash strikes a lighter comedic tone before straying down a darker, better path. Sasha Guy Zubergirl nails it. She really makes her mark as the Girl of Steel. Michael Keaton's epic return as the Batman is amazing. It's a jam-packed multiverse ride that DC fans will love. I honestly think this is going to be a really good movie, but my issue is the reactions are all the same. So, scoop. I'm happy to confirm the Flash movie is the best DC film since The Dark Knight. Okay? Are these people just copying what the other reactions said? Keaton returns in his iconic role seamlessly. And it's joined by a league of familiar faces that fans will be super surprised to see. Nah, doubt it very much. This is the kind of movie we need now. Why do people keep saying this is the kind of movie we need right now? This just screams what Tom Cruise said, which I still don't believe he actually said that, but I guess it is what it is. So overall, the reactions are all the same. Very few people are actually being critical about the movie, which is sad to see. But maybe, just maybe, the movie is as good as what people are saying. So careful with spoilers. I don't want to ruin your life. But from what I understand, and from what I've been told, apparently the Henry Cavill Superman scene is actually in the movie. But no one's going to say that. So whether that actually happens or not in the theatrical release that's released to the general public, we don't know. Also, there were no post-credit scenes because they don't trust people. Even though they sign NDAs, they don't trust people. Even though it's heavily rumored that Nicolas Cage will be fighting in a post-credit scene. And also, apparently, George Clooney Batman appears in a post-credit scene as well. But none of this can be confirmed or verified at all. But overall, I am looking forward to this movie. Yes, I get it. I've come across negative. It's because I like people to be honest. It can still be a really good movie without being the greatest movie ever. And that is why I'm being sarcastic throughout this video, because everyone is saying, it's the greatest comic book movie ever. It's the greatest movie in 30 years. Is it really, though? I'll be the judge of that because I'll give you an honest opinion. But it's cool. If you like the movie, cool. That's awesome. That really is awesome. I do think this is a very good movie from what I've been told, from the plot leak that's real because they've screened this movie like 15 times. The story isn't going to change much from the first test screening to the last test screening, which technically was last night because that's not even the real premiere. The real premiere is always in LA. So it wasn't the real premiere because the movie is still subject to change. Until they add the post-credits, until the VFX is done properly, anything can change. The fact that Andy Muschietti said there's a 4-hour cut tells us even more stuff could change, to be honest. And I don't know if you noticed, but they put in the Japanese trailer, there's a scene, careful spoilers, where they ruin so much to the point where the actual overall villain, not Zod, aka Dark Flash, you can actually see, careful with spoilers, I don't want to ruin your life, the Barry talking to the other Barry. You can actually see, it's like an editing problem in the trailer. You can actually see the Dark Flash suit coming off him. I don't know if they meant to do that, but Eagle Eye washed you seeing it. And to me, it just seems like there's keywords. I don't like to say this kind of stuff, but there are so many keywords in a lot of the same reactions. Incredible comes up a lot. Beautiful comes up a lot. Heart, humor, emotional. Why is everyone using the same description words? Americans do not talk the same as people from Europe, so they would not describe things the same way. It's just not how the world works. Sure, it's the English language, but to all use the exact same descriptive words? Incredibly beautiful, so much emotion. I'm looking forward to watching this movie, obviously. I'm just being critical on other people's opinions because are they being honest? Or are they just trying to get the Twitter clout? Or are they just trying to get their name on a bus or a trailer because it does a lot for them? We don't know. But you'll know the actual real people's opinions when the movie comes out and when the review embargo lifts. It's not lifting until really close to the movie comes out. So likewise, guys, let us know everything down below. Check us out on Instagram at Watch the Beautiful Face Behind the Beautiful Voice. And I will be doing a full plot leak based on last night's screening of this movie in a couple of days. So if you want to know, check that out. But If you don't want to know, and if you've already listened to the other test screen plot leaks I've done before, basically pretty much bang on. There isn't that much that's changed. So like always, guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.